Welcome to the channel. This is the Drywall Tech. So today we got the Red Tail texture gun. Been getting a lot of comments on this. Probably the most comments have been about what kind of gun is that? How do you use that? So I just want to make a quick little video on what I do and how I use it. This is the mud that I use for this. This is what they recommend, but you can use all kinds of joint compounds. They even have a tip that you could shoot acoustic through. So just kind of do a little quick walkthrough here on this job. Just got done smoothing it out. It's all ready. So let's shoot this knockdown. Now what I always do is test it out on the paper or on some plastic or something like that, just to get the size down right. So this is a pretty, it's a pretty decent sized knockdown, but nothing too small, nothing too big. So, first thing you want to do is untwist this little, what do you call it, a knob, little screw right there. Basically holds that pump mechanism in place. So that way when you do it, after you're done, you tighten it up and there you go, it's tight. If you want to get these, it's texturegun.com. Owner's name is Scott. Really cool guy. I've talked to him a couple times on the phone over the years. All my family buys stuff from him, especially this gun. But you basically want to twist that knob and that adjusts your size of texture that comes out. So the tighter it is, the bigger it gets because your pressure is building up. And as you loosen it, the smaller it gets. So as you can tell, there you go. So as it's loose and you hit it, you start pumping it hard, it'll pump out a little bit smaller. As you slow it down, the globs of texture come out a little bit bigger. So here I'm just trying it. There you go. I loosened it a little bit, make it a little smaller. Tightened it a little bit now to make it a little bit bigger. Loosen it just a little bit. Now tighten it again. And there you go. That's it. As you can see, pretty consistent. As long as you keep that pump consistent, you gotta just keep pumping the same exact way. Once you go a little faster, like right here, I'm gonna show you 1 second here. There you go. It starts coming out smaller. So you wanna keep it the same. Once you switch it up, it changes size on you, and which is okay. Sometimes you wanna get some more background in it, because that's one thing with this is that unlike the hopper, not a lot of background. So sometimes if it's a bigger knockdown, after you shoot, I guess the size that you want to loosen up the tip a little bit so you can get a good background in there, like if you were spraying with hopper or a big texture machine. And unlike with the hopper, usually I go up and down and then left and right to kind of box it in. With this, you're kind of going to do the same thing, but you just want to make sure it's all looking the same size and you're filling it in right. So, and as you slow down, like you saw, you might have seen that. As you slow down, it comes out a little bit slower. So if you can kind of pick it up, slow it down, just fill it in, make it look consistent, just like as if you were using hopper. Now right there, what happened was it clogged up, got a little chunk of mud in there. So when that happens, you just either pump it really hard like I did, and eventually the pressure will push it out. If not, then all you gotta do is take off that tip, unscrew it, get the chunk out, screw it back on, and you can keep texturing. This thing saves me so much time. You don't even know. I've been using it over 10 years. I just bring this in when I'm done. I shoot the texture, twist it up, put it back in the truck. No hopper, no hose, no compressor, no having to clean out the hopper afterwards. It's literally a spray and go. And the overspray is way more minimal. As you see, I just have one little row of I think that's 12-inch paper, just one row of 12-inch paper on the right and the left, because remember, don't want to get overspray on the other walls. You want to keep it clean. Now I'm trying here to show you how much texture is left, but I know it's hard to see, but there's probably like 15-20% still left in this thing. And I didn't even have it full all the way, so
You're 6'6".
you can spray almost,
Ooh.
I would say almost a full sheet. Obviously, it depends on what texture you have, but
Yeah.
you know, if it's a bigger knockdown, it's gonna use a little bit more mud. A small orange pill, a little bit less mud. So look at that. Very consistent size. I don't think you would guess that was from just a pump gun, you know? There you go. Check it out. That's the original Knockdown. That's the match I came up with the pump gun. Not too shabby. Now, if you want to get into the Knockdown, how you do it, I'll post another video, but as you can also see, I just went straight to knocking it down. Put the pump gun down, took my 6 out, knocking it. I'm going very, very light. I'm barely holding this knife. I'm just cruising it across the mud here, knocking it down, going left to right. And with the 6, compared to using a bigger knife, which I do use, but for these patches, using that 6, you can kind of, you know, you can just glide with it as you want. If you use a bigger one and you have some kind of hump or, you know, the wall's a little off, it'll leave big flat spots. So this, with the 6, you can just glide across it. As long as you got that soft touch, which my guy, you kind of hear in the background or see him a couple times. His touch is a little bit harder, so I just had him now start knocking down instead of me, how I started right from the get-go. So you want to have that light touch going left to right. This pump gun, like I said, sells on texturegun.com. I believe it's $389 right now, $389 American dollars. There's another one on Amazon from Laco. I've heard mixed things about it. Personally, never tried it, but I've had family members try it, and they said it was just okay. Biggest complaints I've heard is that it just doesn't hold pressure as well. So, like I said, if the pressure's not right, it's not pumping out the same. Which same goes for a hopper and a compressor, but you know, it is a lot cheaper. I think it's $234, somewhere around there. So I think I'll try one out, maybe just to, you know, ease my mind. But I've just always used this one. It works good. It's hold up great. The one in this video I've had for 5 years. Never clean it. You just leave the mud in there. That's probably the best part. Just leave the mud in, go to the next job, take it out, use it when you want, dump it out, add new mud, whatever you like. Not a bad knockdown. That's what I like to see. If you have any more questions or comments on this thing, let me know. If you want me to do a longer one, you know, kind of explaining how I mix the mud up for the textures for this thing, I can do that, but it's mostly just practice with this. That's it. Just like with anything. Then when you get out, you want to wipe the mud off of the tip. Twist that little knob screw thingy on the back and you're good to go. Put it in the truck. Here's a little close-up for you. I mean, does it get much better than that? I don't think so. Minimal overspray. Let's go get the customer. Always gotta wipe up. Remember, you want to keep it clean when you leave. People love that. Sometimes they love that better than the work. It's true. I don't always put this on for them, but I figured why not. Alrighty, you're all set. I'm gonna take a look at it.
No, it looks great because I went in to help my mom. And
Oh, okay. You went and checked it out?
Well, I went over there and when I walked by, I was like, this looks, I never
Yeah.
would have been able to do this. Absolutely not. It would have looked like a half job, so.
I know it's being covered again, but at least you know it looks good behind the washer and dryer.
That's my thing. That it needs a look good. So, hey, I was going to ask you, how much ballpark? Because I'm not looking to do it right now, but ballpark to finish.
Perfect example how a small little patch job that guys don't want to take can lead to this job, which I'm gonna get. It's redoing the whole garage.
I will definitely give you a call.
Yeah. Oh, appreciate it. Thanks, she gave me
very
cash. Look at that.
Yeah.
Awesome customer. Super nice. Let us start early. Well, thank you. I appreciate the work. It was nice to meet you. Took me and my guy about an hour and 10 minutes,
like I said,
something like that. Hour and 15.
Make sure you at least put something on there. I would say
She wasn't gonna paint it, and I had to tell her to put some paint on there because it's behind the washer and the dryer.
Even just get the paint that has paint.
Thanks for watching. When we do some more like these with the tools I use, just let me know. Nothing better than some cash for the holidays. Peace.